Alright, Kuffa. You're gonna need a good jump onto Chronic Sojourn and make it count here. Someone else is gonna have to anchor, most likely. Alright. That is the most insane C9 I think I've ever seen, dude. Dude, we all just stared at the card. SSG map pick. They're gonna pick Samoa as well. Alright, that's kind of funny. I mean, that's kind of fair. SSG banned Winston. Kiriko banned from Geekay. Alright. Alright. Male wife? Be funny. What's even better is girl boyfriend. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, Nightmare did not take a map. No, they did not. Space Station, I mean, they were playing a ton of, Naked Zarya last time, so we'll see if they keep doing that. The Zarya, Tracer, Freya, stuff like that. We'll see.
Ready for battle.
I have the greatest yap sessions. Geekay, they love to ban Kiriko. This allows them a lot of the time to force the Wuyang Lucio backline, but it looks like they're hovering over something else instead. It looks like they've almost completely changed their strategy altogether. It's gonna be Bap Lucio, the Rematcher instead. It's gonna be Wuyang Lucio from Space Station. What universe are we in?
Round one. Capture the objective.
Okay, well, we've kind of switched backlines. CJ is the first dead. Lethal, 2 kills in the cast. Playing the cast against Wuyang Lucio is kind of brave, but we'll see how it goes. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Geekay on Bap Lucio. Space Station, they are on the Naked Zarya. No Reaper in sight. Okay. Sugar Free, trying to build a bit of charge here for Hawk. This is a really hard comp to play. Alright, they're kind of getting value from it. They're getting a bit of charge. But it's really slow. Playing the Ram comp to counter the Zarya is honestly kind of clever. I think you might have to do that. Alright. CJ just poking a bit. You really want to poke down Lethal's cast in particular with the Wuyang here. You have the opportunity to do that quite a lot. Okay, bit of damage onto UV. Hawk, half HP, kind of falling low. Lethal, Deadeye, just a reload. Or a farming a bit. Space Station continuing to play just super slow, and eventually Lethal finds a pick on the CJ. Geekay have pretty much remained healthy this entire time. Kind of unconcerned. 70% now for Geekay. UV, gonna have the window. Alright, Bubble onto Sugar Free. Can he do anything with that? Doesn't even get shot, doesn't even build any charge. Hawk is dead instantly. UV's window just allows for so much burst onto the Zarya. Bubble's just gone. Is Chronic able to get out of there? No, Chronic is dead. There's a Bullajax. And now it is just, you know, pick off left to finish it off. No beat for Space Station. They're gonna pop Tidal Blast on Sugar Free. Can even get a touch. Pulse. Oh, misses it and pulses himself to end the round. Okay. Yeah, the thing with Space Station, the reason why I was kind of smelling the 3-0 is because I'm just thinking that I'm not sure that Space Station can keep getting away with just the Zarya with no Reaper. I don't think they can play this. I don't think they can play this. I mean, and they are just denying Hawk any charge as well. This is really rough. I mean, you gotta play like a Venture or like... Venture is not that good because they're not on Sim. You just gotta go like Reaper and be real. Alright, TP in. Both teams rolling out fast. Alright. Same composition from Geekay. Spacestation, same as well. Surprised that Spacestation aren't mirroring this Bap Lucio. You'd think it'd be a bit better with the Zarya, but that's just me. I suppose you can use it to like bully Lethal's cast, the Wu Yang. Admiral, first pick onto Sugar Free. Well, Hawk just has nobody to, you know, bubble. What is Hawk supposed to do here? I just don't know. I just don't think you can play this if you're SSG. You have to give it up eventually. Either Sugar Free has to swap or Hawk has to swap, and someone has to make that move first. I think in terms of Space Station and what they like to play, they're probably better off just going Ram. Like Hawk swapping here might be better. Alright, well, Geekay in control. And they know that Space Station are just playing slow for charge. They're gonna farm this window down and they're just gonna try and like play it for window. WMaimon's dead, opening for SSG. Alright, Cuff is kinda low. You know, you window here in a moment. Window's down. This is more protective and defensive than anything though. That means that Space Station have some more time that they can use to poke Geekay down. They can probably retake as well. Yeah, suboptimal window. Geekay didn't want to use it in that situation, but they used it to save Kuffa. Now Kuffa's the last to contest there, and yeah. Alright. Everyone else just dies point. WMaimon. Or a pulse on the Hawk. Not sure what the point of that one was, though. Doesn't really get you much. Could you play Sim Zarya and the Sim plays extremely aggro? Yeah, but it wouldn't work that well, because the Sim bubble does not give you enough time to build up to charge to kill anyone. By the time the bubble's done, that's when you, like, you don't start doing damage till the bubble's already gone, you know what I mean? You have a charge up time. Sim has to play slow. If anything, Sim just exasperates the issues that Zarya has, because both of them want to play slow in a fight to build up the beam charge. So now it's just even slower. It would actually turn into a bit of a slower comp. You can't like play it hyper aggro. You just don't do damage, you know? You have no damage. Alright, Space Station, they've got a few fights on their belt. Geekay coming back with ults now. I mean, Space Station can early grab, 4-speed it to Admiral. That's what you want to do. You don't want to wait too long to make that happen, though. Otherwise, things could get a little ugly. Okay, Sugar Free forced to recall early. I don't like that. There's the early grab. Alright, beat from both teams. Pull a shot out from Chronic. Cuff is going to pop the Annihilation, live on point. That's pretty much what Geekay should do. Alright, Space Station outlast him. Take him down. Ultraviolet still finds a kill in the CJ though. Wait, the backline is gone. Oh my goodness, the backline is gone. But Pulse Bomb from Sugar Free going to try and trade out. 2 kills! Oh my goodness. It's actually kind of a peak play right there, but it's turned into a bit of a one-on-one. Chronic able to force the recall out of WMaimon. Okay, and left's back. Able to mark WMaimon a bit. Geekay coming back in with Window. Now this is where Space Station need to give point. If Hawk pushes up too far, it's over. Alright, Window's too early. Yeah, stupid from Geekay. Ultraviolet did a silly. I don't know why we're windowing that. He windows and just immediately abandons it because he realizes that, oh, I just can't even use this, can I? Yeah, Space Station need to give point. There we go. That's fine. Now, you just need to play slow for an opportunity. Hawk is able to find lethal. That is your opportunity. WMaimon trades. Chronic, but Hawk now has charge, so the Zarya comp is in full effect. Trying to isolate Kuffa. Kuffa's dead. Okay. Space Station. A chance here. WMaimon, I don't think can touch right now, and it's going to be UV getting the next. Okay, Tidal Blast on Sugar Free, and that is a round win, but it took some pretty intense individual plays to make that happen. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Geekay can also go Sim, and I think going Sim here might make them just like even stronger against the Zarya if they really want to. WMyMoon has that in his pocket. So far he hasn't run it, which is fair, but if he does want to pull it out, that could be pretty dangerous. CJ's damage is quite low. That's pretty low for a Wuyang. Has Falling Rain now.
Capture the objective.
Alright. Bit of a long shot with the flash there from Lethal. Hawk getting run over to start. Geekay playing it pretty fast. Yeah, Zarya into neutral is just... Hope you can live through your first bubble rotation, and they do. Hawk lives, but I think you have to give point. It's so hard to get first cap on Zarya comp against the Ram. It's so hard. Especially this comp. I'm surprised that Hawk even has this amount of charge in the first place. No bubbles. Has to play slow. Honestly, you kind of have to AFK if you're Hawk. Hawk kills Lethal. Where did that happen? Okay. Sugar-free chasing after Ultraviolet's BAP. Cuff and WMyMoon find some pretty trades. Chronic trades Admiral. It's back and forth. It feels like we're on every POV, but the people who are dying are getting kills, you know? We're like... that was a painful fight from an observer perspective, because we just didn't see anything that happened that was important. Oh, I feel bad. That's kind of unlucky, but it happens. I want to see more Hawk POV overall. I think seeing Hawk gives us an idea of what's kind of happening here for Spacestation. Alright, bubble into Sugar-free. Able to get UV low. Good peel from Admiral. Lethal's kind of low, though. Why was Lethal? Where was Lethal? Where is Kuffa right now? Why is Kuffa in the back rooms? Alright, Kuffa, get out of there. Okay. WMyMo and Sugar-free both have the Pulse Bombs. Pulse is pretty easy into both these comps, you know? You can pull off some pretty crazy stuff with that. Sugar-free gets the Tidal Blast. I don't mind it as an opening. I feel like it was a bit early, though. Alright, WMyMo forcing point now. Hawk close to the grab, has both bubbles. Oh, I mean, Kuffa in an interesting spot. I mean, we're just finding new spots in the map. Oh, what the hell? Bit of a hold that pulse bomb. And now, Hawk chasing down Kuffa inside of the room. We are so split. We are all over the place in the map. Geekay are just everywhere. Okay. This is working for Space Station now, and I'm just like, I don't even know really what's different. That's the thing. Like, it just feels like everything, like, we're so split. Geekay are so split. I don't know what to think. I mean, bubble onto Sugar-free. Oh my goodness, we get 100 charge off that. Sugar-free is so good at getting charge for Hawk. That might be part of this. I mean, the flank bullet shot from Chronic was nice, but the beat is going to completely erase that. Ultraviolet 2 kills. Winnable for Geekay. But Hawk is still alive and kills UV in the backline. Hawk is full charge and angry. Where is this fight happening? Geekay are in control. WMyMo kills CJ. Hawk is getting chased down. Space Station are back on the point. Hawk is low. They retake the point. Hawk has one bubble left. Uses it to save Lep. But I think, yeah, Hawk's going to start worrying about himself now because he's going to die to Kuffa. Alright, well that charge is gone. And that bank of charge for Hawk was what was kind of keeping him running. Probably final fight. For Geekay, this should be an easy fight for them. I think they just went up ults. All they need to do is just like... They can just play hyper aggro. They just run to Hawk. They just kill Hawk before anything else happens. They shouldn't overthink this though. You just run at Hawk and Hawk dies, right? You have Annihilation. You keep going with Window if you need to. You just need the timing. The timing needs to be good. Cuff is ready to go. I mean, Cuff is so far forward. Kuffa Annihilation's out. Just run at Hawk. Oh, we're gonna let Hawk live through that first bubble rotation. All right. We hit that. We decide not to commit to it. Here, though, the moment that Hawk Zarya walks forward, it's just... You just perma-shoot Hawk, right? Pulse Bomb misses from Sugar Free. Gets some charge for Hawk, though. Alright, Geekay, 4 ults. Like, they don't lose this, right? Window's down. What is this window? It's a zoning window. I mean, I guess that's okay. Damage onto Hawk. That's fine. It's fine. It's just like... It was interesting. It was weird to use the window that early on, but I get it. 2-1 for Geekay. That was a bit shaky for Geekay, though. That was... We were all over the place. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, SSG seemed kind of locked. Sugar Free and Hawk. That was some of the best Tracer Zarya I think I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen any other team manage to, like, get that much value from that. But even then, is that enough? I mean, even if it's, like, good, even if it looks good, is that just enough, right? It's actually also insane, by the way, that Sugar Free is doing more damage than Chronic's Freya. Like, that is ridiculous. That is not normal. Normally, the Freya is just doing far more damage. Why is Zarya getting played that much? Because Hawk likes playing Zarya. Before, it was because of Reaper. It was because of the Reaper Zarya. Together, they were very strong. Now, it's because Hawk just likes to play Zarya. Likes to play the off-tank heroes. That's it. That's the main reason why. It's a preference. I mean, I think the whole Zarya Tracer thing is all just, in a sense, entirely built just to, like, how do I put this? Like, it's just based on what players are comfortable with here. It's what Hawk feels comfortable on. It's what Sugar Free feels comfortable with. They're both on comfort heroes. Is Zarya really that good, though? My answer right now would be, I don't really think so. But if your player is good enough, I guess you can try and make it work. And Hawk is pretty good at Zarya. Aren't there better options? Yeah, but Hawk wants to play Zarya. And that's the nature of professional play. Here's the thing, chat. Players do not always play what is you might think of as objectively being better, because they're better at different things. They're better at different things, and they're going to play generally what they feel more comfortable playing a lot of the time. Rialto to take away Jib, it's also good for, it can be good for D.Va and Zarya. It's a very good off-tank map. It's a very, very good off-tank map. A D.Va ban. Okay. D.Va ban from Geekay means Zarya is forced from SSG, and playing Zarya here, I just don't know. Being forced to play Zarya. Or taking a Ramir. Either one. We'll see. Yes, Geekay have been playing Winston a good bit. And I'm sure that SSG are quite worried about that, since naked Zarya just falls over to Winston. That's why they banned Winston map 1. Thank you, Ants, for the gifted tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. To Tomathan. That's funny. How much would they have to buff Ryan for him to be in meta in pro games? I don't think there's really an answer to that. I think you have to full rework. You know? I don't think there's like an easy answer to that question, really. It's not really about buffing, it's more about reworking. I mean, yeah, I guess you could buff Reinhardt so his hammer insta-kills people or something, but, you know, that would work. But, I don't know. Conventionally, I think a full rework is the only way. Outside of the very specific circumstances in which he's played already. He is played every once in a while. He does have a niche, it's just... that niche only happens once every, like, 8 games. And teams won't decide to play Reinhardt sometimes, even when the niche is fulfilled, so... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, closing submissions here. It's about 50-50 between these two teams in the creature economy. I respect it. Admiral's starting Weaver on Rialto. Alright. In the Ramatra comp. I feel like Weaver is not going to be good against the Zarya at all, though. This is easy now for Spacestation. Now, this worries me. So, Weaver, we all know that Weaver is a hero that loves to play second, okay? What hero on Spacestation's side loves to play second too? Hawk. Hawk loves to play second, alright? And because of that, Hawk can have all of the time in the world to just build charge, right? That's really nice for Hawk. Chronic could also go, like, Hanzo here. I'm not even lying. Probably won't. Probably would just stick Freya, but I think Freya's okay. But, like, this comp allows Hawk to take his time. Meaning, Geekay need to be really careful here, because their comp kind of enables Zarya. The best counter to Zarya is running her over and just out-pressuring her. Geekay's comp can't really do that. They can at least mark out the flankers, though, and, you know, kill Sugar Free. Sugar Free on his own on that flank. Kind of rough time. Chronic Hanzo here would be so much better. I really believe in the Hanzo here. Oh my goodness, WMIMon doing a lot of damage. Back off, though. Alright. Hawk just hasn't died this entire time, by the way, which is quite funny. I think Hawk should switch to rotate left. Hawk should not keep playing main. We should switch... Okay, they're gonna Kitsu Kaffa, but that's exactly what Geekay want. This is exactly the type of fight that Geekay want to take. Spacestation can't push this. This is useless. And they don't take any space from this either. And even if they were able to, like, force Kaffa out, Kaffa would just get pulled and Kaffa would live. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, Spacestation. We gotta switch left to use Grav. We have to switch left. We can't just keep... Hawk, please. Please. Alright. That is Bola Shot and Pulse out from Spacestation. No, not high ground. Full left. You can... okay. It's fine. It's fine. They're gonna drop down. Hawk, where are you? Why are you here? What are you doing? Dude, we beat... Oh my god, Spacestation. This is a train wreck. Why? Hawk looks so lost. Oh my goodness. Where are we going? What are we doing? Spacestation are just making insane mechanical plays. Okay, to try and turn this around. Looking for Ultraviolet's Kiriko, but, you know, WMIMon is there to mark Sugar Free. Chronic takes down Ultraviolet. Okay. I mean, mechanical plays turn that around for Spacestation. Oh my god, they have no business winning that fight. Kaffa can live with Annihilation on Cart, ideally, but he needs to stop breaking LOS with his supports. Okay. Spacestation winning that fight makes me upset. That makes me upset, because, like, what are we doing? Why did we win that fight? Sugar Free is just... okay. Alright. Spacestation listening.
Dirty bummy man. Ram drop. I can try the Russian. Ram throwing. Ram low. Bulla. Dodge. Trey behind. Ram still no land.
Nice. Good bait in the Kitsune from Geekay. Actually really clever. Using the pull. That was nice. Playing second masterclass right there. I think SSG might just, like, push super hard here. Okay.
Ram drop.
They're trying to bait grab.
Ram turn. Understood.
Don't grab it. Don't grab the ram. Don't grab the ram. Resist the urge.
Yeah. No. Oh, he has full. Yes.
Are you ready? Yeah. Walk. I'm beating out.
Nice. Okay, Hawk not grabbing that is really good.
Keep on cart.
That was a nice fight. Okay. That fight was good from SSG. That was okay from Hawk.
Tree for point. Somebody come in.
That's well played.
Push the Weaver.
I respect that. I definitely respect that. Over the top from Sugar Free. Geekay are going to commit to this with Tree. Okay. Slight C9 moment, but either way, they're losing that fight. Spacestation have made it to the 3rd point. All right. Well done. I think Admiral has to get off of the Weaver at this point. Probably just going for the tree to swap, I would assume. Yeah, Lucio. Okay. Yep. I mean, I don't think the Weaver was a good idea in the first place against Zarya. But, you know, they did pretty well with it on first. Because Spacestation just had no idea how to play it. Alright, window. Not a bad window. Hawk's kind of low. Alright. Hawk's gonna fall. Good trades for Spacestation, though. Particularly that bullet shot from Chronic that found lethal at the end there. Now Cuff is alone on cart. Kind of has the help of W Mimone. Pulse from Sugar Free goes wide. Did we just miss a Ramatra? Yo, I think we may have missed a Ramatra, but Cuff is now staggered, so, you know, okay. Chat, Sugar Free missed the pulse on purpose, because then Kuffa would be more staggered for next fight. That is the reasoning. Actually, Sugar Free is really smart with it, actually. Alright, Kitsune, CJ. Allows Space Station to push forward. Hawk is going to be pretty high charge at this point. Kuffa going to try and with an Annihilation in the back line. Going to get focused down by Space Station, though. Good focus from SSG. Bubble from Hawk allows him to parry the pulse from W Mimone. Admiral's kind of low. Lep close to beat. Beat win condition now for Space Station. If they push back in with an aggro beat, they can just win. They're going to have it before Admiral. Cuff is so low. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Lep. So close to beat. If Lep dies here, it'd be really bad, though. Okay. There's the beat. Run down lethal into the spawn room. That is going to be a full cap from Space Station. It's looking like this might not be a 3-0.
Complete. Score 0-3. Switching sides.
What are the best default bans for comp? There is not a set answer to that question. That's a very dependent question. There is not a set of 3 bans that is just optimal. That does not exist. It's going to depend on the player. Depends on what you play. Yeah. There is no answer to that question.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Cuff on Winston now. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Why didn't we do this from the start? This maybe would have been the play, like, at the beginning. I like the Soj. I actually really like the Soj. This is going to allow them to, like, do a cheeky kind of, like, rotation, slide the Soj up high. I see the vision with the Soj here. Normally, I wouldn't like the Soj too much, but in the Winston versus Zarya, I see it. Good old Weibo comp. This would be like Weibo's dream matchup right now, playing against this comp from Space Station. Oh my god, it'd be so free. We'll see if Geekay can make something happen with that. Look at that, Sugar Free like inting for charge. That's actually really funny. They're really trying to min-max that. Oh, I'm glad they've gotten good with it. Okay, Kuffa. You just do nothing here. You clear high. And now you switch under, rotate, and get your Soj behind on high. That's your win con. You just rotate lethal. As long as lethal's in main, lethal will do nothing. Except if lethal hits a crazy shot, but that's unlikely. Alright, lethal, what are we doing here? What's the plan? Alright, we're gonna go high again. Alright, why not rotate right side? Like, we gotta do it eventually. Alright, we're gonna do setup jump. In pretty far. Kuffa kills Lep. How the fuck did Lep die? Hello? Alright. I guess that works too. Okay. Alright, Kuffa's kind of playing it slow behind the cart. Okay, Suzu's down. Kuffa's gonna push forward. Kuffa's gotta be careful here. Kuffa's kind of low. Pulse bomb from W Mime gonna catch Lep. Ooh, W Mime with 2. Looking good for Geekay. Nice beat from Admiral to close it out. There you go. Oh, well done out brawling Space Station there. Managing to win the fight before the grab can come through as well. Well played from Geekay. Yeah, not sure what happened to Lep. Random question, is Freya just better than Soj and Ashe, or is it a map thing? That's going to depend on a few factors, okay? The answer to your question is going to depend on the map. What part of the map you're on as well, that matters too. What is your opponent playing? What are you playing? What are the bans? All of those things matter. And the answer to your question is going to depend on those factors. Alright. Oh, Chronic. Finds a miracle pick onto Ultraviolet. That was ridiculous. That should never happen, but it did. It did. Alright, Hawk building up some charge here. Out of those 3, Ashe has played the least. Mainly because Ashe and Freya are competing for a lot of the same maps. Because they're good on the same maps and situations. It's just that Freya has a better neutral. Alright, Pulse Bomb there. Oh my goodness, Sugar Free right at the foot of the grab. Easy few kills there for Space Station. Yeah, so lately Ashe has kind of been overshadowed by Freya. I would go as far as to say that in a lot of situations, a lot of people try and compare Soj and Freya. They're not really competing with each other. I don't know if that makes sense, chat, but they're not competing with each other as much. Like, it's more of a competition between Ashe and Freya than it is a competition between either of those two and Soj. It's just, it just depends on the map. I don't know. And Kuffa, of course, but there's the beat from Space Station. They're going to try and stabilize through the Primal from Kuffa. Ultraviolet is going to be able to use the Kitsune. Both teams are getting Kitsune on cart, and this will decide the second point. Very, very important fight. Probably the most important fight here for Geekay. Kuffa, the Winston, the monkey, has been fucked. Ultraviolet just decides to hold Kitsune? Why? Also Sugar Free? Wait. Chat. Hawk put clothes on! Oh my goodness, Hawk actually put clothes on. Oh my goodness. The Zarya does have clothes. Oh my goodness, Ants. Okay, thank you for the 1,000 bits. This is new from Space Station. This is... Oh my goodness. The Zarya is clothed. Oh my goodness, Ultraviolet gets domed the moment he comes in to use the Kitsune. What is going on here? Okay. Geekay. Maybe caught off guard. The rare sugar-free Reaper. And I don't think Reaper's dead, by the way. I think Reaper's death has been greatly exaggerated. We're going to see Reaper Zarya from Genji, 100%, by the way. We are 100%. Oh my goodness, Kuffa, what are we doing? The Kuffa's dead again. Fuck the monkeys in full effect. Geekay, beat. They're going to have to use it aggressively. You have to. You can't save it for grab here. You just have to use it aggro, and then overclock late fight, hope for a fight win, get yourself to third, and then swap over to Ram. That is your win con. Aggro beat to start for Geekay, chasing down the Sojourn initially. Sugar Free's quite low, and the Reaper has to TP away. CJ finds the first pick in the lethal. We have a few picks coming through for both teams. The most important probably being Kuffa's onto Sugar Free. There is no Reaper damage now, but CJ is so close to Kitsune. Not going to be able to build it, though. Kuffa finishes off Hawk before Hawk can build up to the Graviton, and that is going to be second point. Geekay managed to make it through. Kuffa, go back to the fucking spawn room right now. Yeah, I was about to say, like, why are you jumping forward? You gotta go. Kuffa? Kuffa. 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 Kuffa! Kuffa! We are not repeating the painkiller incident. We are not doing what painkiller did. No! No! Oh my goodness. I get you're close to primal, but you have too much trust in this. Overclock is out early from Lethal. That's good. Beat and return from Lep, though. Okay, Geekay played a kite. Lethal's kind of low. Jump in from Kuffa. There's the grab from Hawk. And Kitsune from Ultraviolet to try and counter that. I mean, Kuffa gets killed with CJ. That's not bad. I'm surprised Kuffa's still alive in this fight. Now WMyman looking to finish off a Lep. And see, you know. Kill Chronic. Okay, it was a nice fight from Geekay. I'm surprised they win that. But still, Spacestation come back. They know Kitsune. Death Blossom and Overclock. You just pop this Kitsune Overclock immediately, honestly, right? Kuffa, early primal, you have to lock down Chronic. It's a matter of can Kuffa completely prevent Chronic from getting value. Hawk walks out! Hawk! Looked like a hard bot walking out there. And now the primal is shutting down this Overclock. Chronic's gonna die. Oh my goodness. But Sugar Free gets the 2, kills the backline. Kiriko, Lucio, both gone. Geekay trying to keep it alive. Kuffa's on point. No Kiriko or Lucio for Kuffa. Hawk gonna live through.
With 4 months says
And okay. SSG, hold on. Kuffa over to Ram now. Yep. I knew it. I'm a mind reader, chat. I can see into the future. Oh, the sound is messed up. Whoopsies. Production moment. NA production. Lethal. Close to the Overclock. Lep is gonna have beat here. Space Station can probably aggro beat and just win. But I'm not sure that they realize that they have beat advantage. Maybe they do. Oh, they do. They know. Lethal kills Sugar Free right before the beat comes down, though. That's kind of huge. That's actually massive. Because now Admiral's gonna have beat. Geekay can win this fight. Oh, they're gonna bring us to extra rounds, yeah. Beats down, Kuffa kills CJ. Lethal with another kill on Hawk. Here we go. Geekay, they bring it right back to Space Station. They're gonna have 1 minute on their attack. They're gonna be attacking first. Space Station will have 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
3-3.
Thank you, Arkinspire, for the resub as well.
Initiating
Hello.
match.
You get head pats. Okay, Geekay, not a bad turnaround. Made the Winston work. Ram swap for final fight.
Ready for battle.
Alright, Geekay, what's the plan? Not starting on Reaper is a bold decision from Space Station. On defense. Are you sure about that? Kuffa? Doesn't know whether to start Winston or Ram. Kind of making that decision now. I think you have to scout the comp. You scout the comp. If you see Sugar Free Tracer, I think you immediately swap Winston. No? Just you swap it up. The one thing you have to worry about though is that Winston is not very good at anchoring cart, and you might need to do that over time. You have a minute, so it's a bit rough time wise.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Spot the payload.
All right, over to Cass from Lethal. All right, Cass, Winston. Oh, okay, Lethal. What are you doing, Cass? Back to Soj. Okay. Miscommunication, I guess. I don't know what we were thinking there. Yep, Cuff is over to Winston, so we do scout it. We see it. Swap it. That's fair. WMyman getting set up. I think you chase WMyman down here, though. Right? Okay, gonna get Mega. Gonna be fine. Hawk, high ground, just chilling.
With 6 months says
Okay, this is where things get a little rough. CJ, initial pick into WMyman. Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful stuff for Space Station. Might be a bit of a Kiriko carry to end it off. Alright, Kuffa. You're gonna need a good jump onto Chronic Sojourn, make it count here. Someone else is gonna have to anchor most likely. Alright. That is the most insane C9 I think I've ever seen, dude. Dude, we all just stared at the card. Oh my god. That's so bad. It was so awkward. Oh my goodness, we just stood there. They just stood there. What are we doing? Are we okay? Guys, what's up? We just decided not to fight. They really just said, yeah, we're not taking this fight. We're not taking this fight. We're good where we're at. They really threw in the towel there. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. That's so bad. I love the full team huddle. I love the fucking team huddle here. Hold on. They're all just here. They're all here. They're all here. We're all just sitting here like fight playing and having a good time. Oops. Awkward. Oopsies. Just a tiny little oopsie. All right, May from WMyman. What the hell are we doing on May? What? Okay. All right. Spacestation do not have far to go, so I guess it makes sense. The May is there to anchor card. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. I see the vision, I see the vision. Against Zarya too. May's a pretty good Zarya counter. Not as much on this map, but still, it's all right. But I think here, the May is there to contest card here in a moment. The May is gonna drop. Okay, that's our plan. Sugar-free. Ice block. Sorry, WMyman. Ice block. All right, WMyman's gonna need to live here, needs care. Gets the Suzu. Cuff is on point now. Cuff had to give up high ground a little bit faster than he wanted to, and that means Hawk's gonna rotate up. Is WMyman gonna try and wall Kuffa back up to high? Be kind of funny. Oh, good boop off a high from Admiral. All right. Geekay looking to try not to C9 again. Hawk, 100 charge now. Wants to hold on to this charge, build up to the grab. You're not rushing this too much. Kuffa's kind of low. Chronic gets the pick, and oh, not again. Either way, you're probably losing that fight, but that's still kind of funny. Oops. Well, Space Station take map number 2. It's not going to be a 3-0. Okay. Yeah, that was a C9. Unfortunately, that last one, it makes more sense. This one's more excusable because Kuffa does explode here, I believe. Kuffa's low. Oh wait, no, Kuffa didn't even die. Ah, you do lose Cass at the end though. Wow. Okay. I mean, either way, he had to back off. The Ram couldn't touch. Kuffa can't touch. Kuffa can't touch there. It had to be WMyman. WMyman just didn't get there in time. The second C9 wasn't really as much of a C9. The first one was abysmal, though. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. All replay codes are public. You can just go on the Faceit site and see them, which is linked on Liquipedia to each match. I mean, you can get them pretty much immediately. Right after the match is done, they're all posted. For Korea and Japan and all those like other Asia regions, there is a replay code sheet with all of the codes there. Got to go see Love You in your streams, and I hope you can make this into a sustainable living. Thank you, thank you. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us, Final Vinyl. Shada, Merp. Merp. Yeah, Tomathan will have a field day with this one. This one is, good. These two teams, them playing against each other has been, we've seen some crazy stuff between these two teams, honestly. It's been interesting. I kind of want a snack. I'm gonna get myself a small snack. Mental is a component of competitive wins and losses, but how big of a difference does it make? Depends. Some players, not as much. Some teams not as much. Depends. Big depends there. Not gonna be a consistent answer. Some players will get tilted and completely stop functioning. I've actually worked with a player like that before. Unfortunately, it was a bit rough. A player who, if their stats were like lower than their counterpart on the enemy team, they'd start like inting to try and get better stats. And they would get tilted by that. And basically, if we didn't win first fight, and our stats were then lower than theirs after first fight, this player would automatically just be a worse player. It was really interesting, but it was definitely difficult to work with. Alright. Admiral, considering the Weaver here.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Over to something else maybe? Not sure. Looks like Admiral's gonna walk out on it. Spacestation, we are playing Juno Kiri on defense. Lep being on Juno instead of something like Brig is really, really interesting to me, but, you know. We'll see how this goes. It's a greedy backline up against a Winston comp. I like the Winston here from Geekay. I think it's quite good. The Brig's okay. Okay. Rotation through Hotel from Geekay. Kuffa, maybe a bit too far in. Has to get out of there. Able to use the bubble to live long enough. It's good. Building more Inspire off that Diva. Good whip shot. Chronic does get a pick on the lethal though, so that means I think Geekay need to play it slow. Keep building Nano. As long as they're farming Nano here and Kuffa doesn't like die to something random, you're in pretty good shape. It's gonna be a slow fight until UV has this. So just take your time, chat. Eat something. UV will have Nano in a few business days. Alright. Now UV has Nano, and the fight begins. It looks like Spacestation gonna do their best to completely kite. They use their speed ring as well. It's been a while since I've been making caster calls on speed rings. It really has been a bit since we've seen a lot of Juno. Speed ring is a big cooldown though, so we'll be looking at that. Admiral. Oh my god, we actually just walked on top of the pulse bomb. We walked on top of the pulse bomb. Pulse was from both teams. Both lands. CJ, Kitsune re-engage. Geekay are gonna push back in now. Kuffa can probably get up to Primal here if necessary, and should be able to clear the Juno as well. I just don't think Lep. Why don't we kill Lep? Alright, that's fine. I guess you don't need it. Don't want to greed it too much, I guess.
Stop the payload.
Orbital Rays out from Lep. In return, Admiral's gonna pop the rally and gonna bash away. Alright, we get a bit of a pause in the broadcast there, and Chronic just kills two. Creature really just ate the Ethernet wire, and Chronic magically kills two. You know what? I call foul play, chat. I want to know what happened in those 2 frames. Something happened. Something suspicious happened. Surely. Alright. Space Station have to back off a little bit now on Kiri Lucio. Alright. No more Juno. Definitely agree with that though. I mean, you can only get away with that for so long against the Winston composition. Geekay. I like Ana Lucio. Generally, I think a pretty good look. A little bit better than the Ana Brig as well, I think a lot of the time. Especially into like the Freya. The Freya makes it kind of tough. And you just get hard poked as Brig. Brig is such a big and easy target for Freya, which is what makes it kind of makes things a bit frustrating. Lethal's able to escape though. Oh my goodness! Why? What? Did we just stomp the whole backline of Geekay? Hello?
Walking right.
I can look fine when you guys start walking.
Okay.
Nothing. Play better. Maybe they press it. You're asleep. I can nade 3, 2, 1. I nade back. Oh man.
Nice nade.
Okay, let's see. Did you want to skill?
Oh, Kiri's gonna die here. Oh my goodness. CJ is just like trying to get out of here, playing Dead by Daylight. Oh my goodness, CJ is still alive. Okay, CJ is finally dead. Wow. Oh, the backline's traded though. Hawk and Sugar Free do a good job. They get rid of that backline. Tough has to leave. Well played, well played.
I got Juno. Oh, this one. Got nothing. Can't kill Tracer, guys. She's like a lone right.
Yeah, try right.
Really easy kill.
Yeah, looking right. Jump, try right.
Headshot. Well, he blinked out. He blinked out. Just left.
Coming, bitch.
Yeah.
Right left side. I'm flanking left
Is
side.
open for me. I'm taking that.
Yeah, you won't come in. I won't frame in.
Didn't have.
Yeah. Go in.
Send me.
I need to.
Good point. Good luck.
Ah, UV's not gonna be saved by that.
No above.
Trail. Alright.
Take man.
Try left side. Try left side.
Let me. Look at.
1 point. All looking in. Lure kappa. Yeah. Really one.
Wow, okay. Good finish, but couple steps. Spacestation are insane on Diva. This is like looking really good for them.
They're still not really good.
Yeah, Kiri. Wait, action captain. Capture Kiri.
Carry one.
Sorry, chat. I'm just munching. This is the munch map for me.
I'm walking. Can we go left side?
Yummers.
Go left side right now. Come.
Keep in two.
They're flipping behind us.
Trigger free initial pick. Wow. Alright. I mean, Hawk was a Diva OTP for how long? Every single off-tank player was a Diva OTP for how long? I think we've had... I mean, it was kind of just by force. Every off-tank player was pretty much just perma-Diva, really, for the longest time. I was a Diva one-trick for a while. Because I was an off-tank player. Although I played some Sig, too, because Sig was more popular. But yeah, that was all Overwatch 1. Alright. Geekay. They're gonna be held here in second. This is Geekay's map pick, isn't it? And they banned Zarya. Interesting. Alright. It wasn't even Goats, chat. It wasn't even Goats. Honestly, Goats gave off tanks more options. You could put people on like Zarya, on Diva. Sometimes they went over to like Brig, the tank players would. But no, honestly, it was Rollock. Rollock was just perma Diva. The off tank basically only got to play Diva. That was it. That's all you played. Just one hero, pretty much, for the most part. You played some Sig every once in a while. Zarya was almost never played, except for outside of, like, Double Bubble. But honestly, Double Bubble, you didn't need to play Double Bubble, or you didn't need to play Sig Clumps. You could just perma Diva. Yeah. And Diva just did everything as the off-tank in Overwatch 1. Okay. Lethal, what are you doing on Sombra? Why are we playing Tracer, Sombra, Ramatra? What the fuck is that? What are we doing? What is... Okay. Wheats, what is that? What the hell is that? We're cooking too hard here. I get that you're like a mad scientist, you're going for that, but like... What are we playing? I mean, Hawk, I guess Hawk's dead. Are we really gonna concede a fight to them? Okay. Alright. Wheats is the new Krusty. Krusty was never that creative. I'm gonna make the call right now, chat. I was never a Krusty fan. Wheats is more creative than Krusty ever was. Krusty could just play like rush comps. Krusty was good for a brawl comp or two. That was mostly it. Maybe a hot take from me. I don't know. Alright. SSG playing it slow. You just gotta play for Chronic's LOS here. In a long fight, Chronic should just win the fight, right? So you just gotta take it slow. Although Sugarfree's getting jumped right now. Actually just trying to take on 10 people at once. It's a bit of a pain. Just seems like they can't stabilize or find a kill. Okay. EMP's ready for lethal. I mean, I guess they get ults. Kitsune from behind from CJ. My Moon's dead. EMP in return. The timing's okay. Admiral's still gonna get the beat off. Or no, sorry. Actually, no. I was getting my teams mixed up there. No, Lep is not gonna get the beat off. That's gonna be a fight win for Geekay. Okay. Now it's Lep with the beat. It's just aggro beat, right? Chase down someone. I mean, who do you chase down though? Maybe you do just defensive beat and keep Chronic alive. We're gonna get Chronic top right, right? Right? Hello? Okay, Chronic's statue, but Chronic's like alone here. Hawk is able to kill lethal. Alright. Hawk is in the middle of nowhere. Alright, Cuffer getting poked down a bit. Geekay gonna try and stabilize in Hotel, but they need to flip map into Annihilation. Beat's gonna be used from left. They're gonna try and focus down Cuffa. The beat's early. Is Cuffa gonna try? Okay. Yeah, it's still so hard to win. Do you think it's early though? Hawk knows that WMIM on his pulse. That was a DM looking for pulse there. Zarya ban was misplaced on this map. I mean, I just don't think you take... there's no reason to take SSG to this map anyways and force the Zarya ban into yourself. You do have to ban Zarya here. I think banning Zarya is not a bad decision. It's the Zarya map. I mean, it's the Zarya Reaper map, but... I don't know. Like, why not just go to a different hybrid map that you don't need to ban Zarya on? And you can ban, like, something else. I don't know. Cuff is gonna die. Isolated Kitsune was down. There's less angles for this Sombra Tracer to take now. It's more linear. That's way better for Spacestation now. Alright. WMIM picks off Sugar Free. Geekay could still pull it off. It's not unwinnable, lethal. About to have EMP. What do you just open EMP? Try and hold on to the beat if you can. If you can win off of EMP alone, I mean, that's like nice. Yep. Oh my goodness. I love how CJ was like, nah. No thank you. Just decides to shrug off the EMP. Chronic kills Admiral. Damn, Spacestation just could not give a less of a shit about that EMP. Just the Suzu was perfectly timed there. And that's it, I think, actually. There's no touch, is there? Damn. Okay, WMIM comes in from behind, gets it. Cuff is on point. The beat comes down a bit early from Admiral. I understand it, though. Chronic under a lot of pressure from Lethal now. Tsune from Ultraviolet. The problem is now Geekay have screwed themselves. Spacestation need to reset. They can win here. Hawk dies. Good. Spacestation,
30
chat.
seconds remaining.
If they lose this fight, it's so cooked. I have this. I mean, they should just win, right? Geekay use both. Oh my goodness, W my almost one clipped. Chronic. Oh my god, okay. Okay, we hit the perfect pulse bomb. Alright. Alright. I mean, I guess if you hit the perfect pulse bomb, Hawk still finds a trade onto Ultraviolet. Hawk kills Kuffa as well. Hawk says, yeah, fuck that, I'm not losing this map. I've done too much work. Hawk has put in too much work to lose this one now. Lep is back, it's done. Ah, good try. Good fight from W Maimun. Literally could not get a better pulse bomb. SSG take map number 3. Okay. They're at match point. Did not expect the match to go this way, but also, why are we taking SSG to like King's Row? Isn't this a map that SSG like? Like, why are we taking them to a map where they're... I just don't. Yeah, that's the World Finals map pool. Wait, let's peek it again real fast. Ilios, Nepal, Busan, right? It's like Control is really good for the dive teams, and then this entire map pool is like mostly good for brawl teams. Hybrid has Kings Row and Midtown chat. That's kind of fucked up. And then Blizzard World is not even that good for dive at all. And then for Escort, there's no Jibby. Instead, you get Dorado and Root, but you can like force sim comps and stuff in Dorado really easily, you know? Root, probably going to be the preferred one for dive teams. As weird as that might sound. I don't think they want to take the sim teams to Dorado. And then Shimbali is there for the brawl teams. And then Push has Runasapi, which is the best brawl push map. And it lacks the best... So East Bronze is the best one for dive in the push category. It's not here, so yeah. And then Flashpoint, Suravasa being there is good for the dive teams at least. Like if we had New Junk City Atlas, I would crash out a little bit, but you know. New Junk City is there, and New Junk City is just so good for brawl teams. It's so good. Yeah, the map pool is really, really good for brawl. Falcons bought the map pool. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a few suggestions. We'll put it that way. I would not be surprised at all if they suggested what maps should be in the pool. Okay. Geekay, they take it to Atlas, protect ban tank. Alright. Protecting ball or something? I don't know. Hazard? Or just Ram. Might be Ram. That's fair. Symmetra ban from Spacestation. Not a bad idea for a Ram mirror. You know, you don't want sugar-free sim. Yeah, that is very fair. Yeah, Queen ban is protect ban. Yeah, chat, it's protect.
Initial flashpoint.
Alright.
Station.
Here we go. Cast from Lethal. Chronic on Freya. I like Freya more. Cast on this first point might be a bit better though. But on the rest of the points, the Freya's gonna be a bit annoying to deal with. Right now, Space Station, they need to counter-rotate Geekay. They need to keep their distance from the cast. As long as they're able to keep some distance between Chronic and Lethal, they should be kind of fine. Looks like Chronic is Lethal is completely split on this angle with the Lucio. The cast Lucio split. Interesting. Okay, finds Lep with that. Lep was drunk driving a little bit there. Sugar-free taken out as well. Space Station need to lock it in a bit. Gotta focus up. Alright. Good first fight from Geekay. Now, Ultraviolet slightly ahead on Kitsune. What are we slowing? Nobody's being devoured today with that slow. Geekay are holding really, really close. I wonder what the plan is here. Isn't Kuffa gonna get forced? Is Kuffa not gonna die? I guess Kuffa's gonna hold the block, try and live. Okay, so what the fuck are we doing? like, Okay. Alright. That did not work out for us, did it? That did not work out for us. Geekay are still gonna try and win it though. Ultraviolet is just crazy. Okay, Ultraviolet's just lobby admin, I guess. You know what? Okay. Kuffa feeds, but UV is lobby admin. Geekay take point 1. Makes sense. Fair enough. Sugar Free has Pulse. CJ, Kitsune, Space Station, big backline ult advantage. Geekay just gotta bait some of these out, give first point cap, I think. Hawk is over to D.Va, decides, you know, not gonna play Ram. I think that's gonna make Hawk's life here really hard, though. It's not gonna be easy at all. Lethal picks off Sugar Free, 2 kills. I don't know what Hawk plans on doing in D.Va here. Hawk's gotta go back to spawn and go back. We gotta run it back here. We gotta run it back. They're gonna go for a spawn kill on CJ. I don't get it. It's okay, happens. Good DM from Hawk. Oh my goodness, greedy. Now you don't have Deadeye for Kitsune anymore. Okay. Well, Space Station a bit more freedom. They're gonna rotate around that left side. They want to try and get themselves onto points so that they can Kitsune at a spot where they can actually force it. Pulse Bomb early from WMimon on Hawk. Pulsing the tank there. Maybe not the best decision. Yeah, Kitsune point, force it. Geekay kite it. That's what they should do. Now it's beat for beat. Geekay rotate back towards the point. Suzu out of Ultraviolet has to TP as well. Follow up Pulse Bomb. Good timing. Good opportunity. Wasn't able to execute. Hawk picks off WMimon. Now Hawk is just trying to contest point. Oh my goodness, left Ajaxes. Oh, the Ajaxes today have been at such unexpected times as well. Like, that was just... Why are we beaten? Well, Admiral's better at beating it, I suppose. Now, Ultraviolet's gonna have Kitsune. Ult advantage in Geekay's favor. They're gonna take the second point. Yeah, I mean, UV Kitsune should just win them this fight. Just don't want to get overzealous. Chronic's gonna go for a full flank here. You have time to set this up? I'm not sure that you do. I mean, you're gonna get touch here. Okay, Sugar Free first on. Has to use all 3 blinks and the recall. Okay, you're gonna have Sugar Free on again. Has to sacrifice his life for it, though. This rotation took too long from Space Station. You just can't. You don't have time. They did not have time for all that. Not at all. I mean, Chronic, you know, takes lethal on the way out. It's cute. It's cute. But that's point number 2, going to Geekay. They are now 1 point away, and they have ult advantage again for this fight. Sugar Free going Genji. I don't mind that. And the Ram mirror, I think it's fine. I guess it's not a Ram mirror. It's like a D.Va versus Ram, but against the Ram. Sorry. Kind of forgot for a second that Hawk's on D.Va, mainly because why is Hawk on D.Va? Makes no logical sense at all. That is mainly why I forgot, because it's like, okay, what are we doing? But Sugar Free is going to help hunt down Lethal there, gets that initial kill. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Chronic takes down Ultraviolet. And now Sugar Free just backing off. Alright, good initial opening there from Space Station. They win that even against the Kitsune from Ultraviolet now. SSG, they have ult advantage. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The thing is, Geekay can still zone it out with the Deadeye. It's gonna be Deadeye for Kitsune. As long as, like, you know, Geekay are able to pocket, give the Suzu and everything the lethal, should be fine for them. Should be okay. Oh, Deadeye kind of early, no? We're gonna try and wrap around this. Oh, we almost catch Chronic, but Chronic is going to live to see another day. Never mind, Lethal just shits on that guy. Hawk trades Lethal immediately. Ultraviolet takes down CJ though, and it looks like... Yeah, no, Geekay are still gonna pull through. Alright, Rematch from Hawk. Space Station regroup. Lethal over to Sombra. We're going back to this Sombra Tracer. Is the Sombra there to punish Sugar Free's Genji? Is that like... I mean, Sombra is kind of a rock, paper, scissors choice against the Genji. Maybe part of the reason why we don't see much Genji at the moment. Because the Sombra kind of shuts him out, but... Maybe. Yeah, good to play second. It's not really aggressive though, I would say, the Sombra pick. It's more defensive, I would say. Yeah, hack the Genji, there you go. Gonna be playing second, not first. Alright, Lep kills Admiral, has the beat available, but lethal chase down. Okay. Space Station, they might be able to take a point here. Chronic able to eliminate Ultraviolet, now looking to finish off Kuffa. Kuffa thinks about Winston, decides not to do it. Maybe going... Was that just a nerd swap? It might have just been a nerd swap. Sugar-free, Blade ready to go, gonna dash through, gonna go for this early. Gets the beat out. Oh my goodness. That's pretty. The counter beat was a bit early, I think, from Lep. But, you know, that was more kiteable from Space Station's end. But they get Ultraviolet, which was the big kill. That means no Kitsune for Geekay. When the late fight win condition just dies like that, you're kind of screwed. So they got the exact kill that they needed. Kind of lucky. Can't rely on that, you know? I really feel like there is a universe where Lep's beat there is kind of a giga throw because Geekay, if UV wins, late fight Kitsune is just, you don't have anything for it now, you know? Okay, Hawk chasing down Ultraviolet. Also going with the shield perk. Not going with the focus fire perk. I don't really know how to feel about the focus fire perk. It kind of feels like I can do more damage, but simultaneously sometimes it doesn't necessarily feel that way. It's interesting. Okay, lethal EMP. At the ready. Oh. Okay, that scared me for a second. Thought my PC crashed. Hawk hits Admiral there. EMP's down. Hawk is gonna lose the mech in response, but able to Diva Bomb to get it back. Fight's looking good for Space Station. I'm not sure about the lethal Sombra. Especially when Sugar Free's back on Tracer. The swap back was good. It's gonna make Lethal's life way harder. Tracer's a natural counter to Sombra. Best counter in the game, in fact. Hunts down the Sombra. Same with Hawk. You're gonna see Hawk chase down Lethal quite a lot. We've already seen it a few fights now. Kitsune is out from CJ. And that is just gonna allow them to burst down Kuffa. We couldn't really see what was happening. We're locked into the W Mimo POV, but you know. Goodbye, Kuffa. Now, though, for next fight, Geekay have set themselves up for maybe an okay fight. Space Station playing for beat. Pay attention to beat charge. Ults here in general, the support ults. Geekay want to try and win this while only using one support ult, but that might be tough. Admiral's gonna pop the beat now that Ultraviolet's dead. Trying to win the 4v5. Hawk loses mech. This is super winnable here for Geekay. Alright, Annihilation out from Kuffa. A bit more committal than I think Geekay wanted to put into that, but it's okay. They're still gonna have Kitsune for Lep's beat, which is what they need, right? If they used Kitsune on top of all that, could have been pretty bad. Now here you only want to probably... It's either you EMP or you Kitsu. Probably just the Kitsu. Geekay need to back off a bit though. Need to be careful. Need to be very cautious here. Okay, they hack Hawk. Oh, they're pushing a bit too far. Okay, recall out. Looks like Mimon's fine. They can Kitsu this. Are they gonna EMP first? Alright, they're gonna use both. Which is fair. Can they find anyone here? Kuffa is able to live through it. Lethal kills Chronic. I guess both maybe was necessary. That aggro beat had a lot of aggressive potential. And it's still not fully winnable. Sugar Free misses the pulse, dies to Admiral. Admiral Zuzio trying to keep this alive for Geekay. Kuffa over to Ball. Alright, Space Station in control. So close to evening up 2-2 here on this map. Oh, it's so close. And this is for, again, Stockholm qualification. If Space Station win this map, they go to Stockholm. Alright, CJ. So close to Kitsu. It's down. It's slammed. Admiral beat. Oh, saves Ultraviolet. Very, very well timed beat. But no more ults in the bank for Geekay after that. Lep getting closer and closer to beat. If Lep is allowed to get beat, Space Station win. That's it. 80%. Space Station really want to even this up here. Super, super close fight. Still in control of the point. Lep, 90% of the beat now. CJ gets that pick onto WMIMO, and that is a very, very bad look for Geekay. Lethal trade, sugar-free, and Lep kills Admiral, drops the beat. Aura farming all over Geekay. There is nothing Geekay can do into that now. I mean, Kuffa gets the Suzu, trying to live on point as long as he can on ball. Quite low. How are Geekay still holding on? That's the big question. I mean, you're almost to Ultraviolet's Kitsu, but... Okay, but they're actually going to commit this? Even though Lethal's dead? Okay, Suzu to save himself. WMIMO's able to kill CJ. I suppose any fight is winnable if you try hard enough. WMIMO with 2 kills. We're still in overtime. WMIMO kills a third, but blinks into the Diva Bomb. Oh! Giga blunder right there. Sugar-free finishes off Kuffa, but needs to avoid the minefield. Lethal's in it. Lethal kills Sugar-free. This fight is still going. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's gonna continue too. Space Station are gonna get one more shot here. They're gonna come back in. Admiral's getting closer and closer to beat, but the EMP, they can't touch! I was so locked in on the casting there. I just entered flow state. I don't even know what happened. What was that fight? That just kept going. It just kept going. All right. Wow. All right. WMIMO with the clutch to bring Geekay to a 5th map. This will be SSG's pick. Oh no. I know you all want Soldier, but please, please no. Please no. I love New Queen Street too. Y'all have ruined it. You're ruining it by mentioning that character. Like, there's something wrong with y'all. Okay. SSG are gonna ban Ram? Oh. Oh, that's a really, really, really good ban, chat. That is a really, really big ban. They can force Zarya, they can force Diva, they can play whatever they want. They might have to play Diva here though. It might be, is it gonna be more Weaver from Geekay? I don't know. They played Weaver here in the past. Freya. I mean, if you're banning Freya, it probably means you want to play Weaver, right? I swear, if they lock Soldier, I'm gonna crash out. But, like, Freya's one of, like, the better counters to it. If you're banning Freya, you know, like, SSG don't want to play Hanzo either. It's just, it's for Weaver, chat. It's not for Soldier, it's for Weaver. Alright? Think about the Sombra? Could be Sombra. Who knows? Okay. Okay. Here we go, everyone. The finale. Last map of the day. Unless we get a draw. Imagine this is a draw. That'd be cinema. But we haven't seen a draw yet on push in OWCS. Hasn't happened yet, so. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. It'll happen someday.
5,
Here we go. Plenty of creature coin on this match as well. Juno Ring. To get it to spawn a bit faster from Space Station, it's going to be butt-ass naked Zarya. And Geekay, they're going to play Winston into it. This is good for Geekay, actually. This is quite nice for Geekay. Yeah, Chronic off the Freya makes sense. Lethal wants to play the Soj. Able to pick off Lep first, and good start. Good start of the map. Now, Sugar Free is gonna go Reaper. You have to. Put the clothes on. Woohoo! We're putting the clothes on! We're putting the clothes on! Okay, this is where it gets serious. This is where things get interesting. And... okay. Let's see what Lenny can do in the Reaper. I'm gonna try and force out Kuffa first. We need to poke out... Who, are we gonna send someone to deal with Kuffa, or are we just baiting? Alright, we're baiting. Suzu goes on to Kuffa. We give checkpoint. What are we doing? Space Station are kind of just AFK. It was like they were waiting for something, but I don't know what they're waiting for. Just kind of sat there. Interesting. Interesting. Well, Geekay, they have 80 meters now. And we're only 2 minutes in. Hawk gives up on the D.Va. Sorry, on the Zarya. Goes over to D.Va. And is now just going to play the D.Va versus Winston matchup. Lep is dead again. Immediately. But in Sojourn versus Sojourn, Winston is just so much better, chat. I mean, it's beyond better. And you don't have the Freya to, like, poke out the monkey as easily. It's harder to fuck the monkey with Sojourn. Alright. There we go, Kitsu. Oh, they do fuck the monkey there, but... that is not gonna save them. Now, Space Station are working against the odds. 120 to 0. They need to catch up. Okay, they get some stagger kills in the Geekay. Can they turn this around? It's not over yet. Kuffa close to the primal. Admiral's gonna have the beat. WMyman with the pulse bomb up on the high ground. Alright, well, we're gaining meterage for the first time in this map. Chronic has the overclock ready to go, but can't use it yet. Not until this beat has expired from Admiral, and WMyman's gonna come in and hit the pulse bomb. Kills 2 with it. Not looking great for SSG at all. Good aggressive beat. Very, very good move from Admiral there. Lep did not have his beat to counter it, but he will now. Probably an aggro beat, kind of an angle from Lep. Kuffa's gonna use the primal to kind of live through that. 6 minutes, 30 left. It's still turnable. I've seen crazier things be turned. Okay, primal's out a little early. I don't like this primal at all from Kuffa. If Space Station can stabilize, they're good. Yeah, that was stupid. And that's what Space Station need. They need Geekay to do stupid things like that. I mean, that's part of how you just win at this point. You're down so much. Ugh, lethal in the flank, though, with the overclock. Sorry, that's just a normal rail shot. Overclock is actually out from Chronic. I thought it was overclock. It was, like, in the general direction. Like, oh, lethal. No, yeah, never mind. It was just normal. Okay, Hawk, D.Va Bomb. Ooh, unfortunate remake timing. Not the best time to use that, but either way, it's whatever. Now, the ults, they're not in SSG's favor, but it's still winnable. What they need to do is they need to try and hold on to this beat until Lethal uses overclock and then push into it that way. If they can bait Kitsune and kite it, that's the best thing they can do there. If they use beat for Kitsune, they're going to be stuck in a weird position where the overclock from Lethal is going to get too much value. Alright, you got to play slow here if you're Space Station. Geekay have flipped the map, stealing the bot. Hawk has taken so much poke. Oh. Oh, Kuffa. Okay, getting forced. The monkey's been fucked. Beat into the overclock. It hits only sugar free? Hello? What the hell are we beating? What? 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 Hello? I'm not sure what happened there, but it's a bit of a train wreck for Space Station. CJ's gonna have the Kitsune, drops it. Looking to fuck the monkey. Bubble allows for Ultra to live a bit longer. Cuff is gonna die. Hawk's gonna lose mech in return. Both teams lose their tank. Alright, Chronic takes down Admiral. It looks like in a longer fight, you know, Space Station might win these, but we've only got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, and Space Station have made essentially 0 progress. Admiral has the beat. Geekay, then you just go for another aggro beat. Chase Chronic, kill Chronic. You could save too. You could just play. Honestly, what would be good here? Burn some time off the clock. Play like a minute-long fight. Wait for Chronic to pop the overclock, then just beat aggro, kill Chronic, you win the fight, you know? Burn some time. Burn some time. Don't rush it. Okay, Sugar Free and WMIMO going at in the room. Sugar Free forced to recall, has to blink out of there. And yeah, Geekay are gonna play it slow. They're not rushing this at all. That's very good. It's just more time off the clock. Oh, Sugar Free! That was beautiful, beautiful stuff. Good pick. This beat, for some reason, didn't hit like the most important people it needed to hit. Did not hit Lethal's Sojourn. Now Sugar Free gets to take a bunch of one-on-ones. Eventually taken down by WMIMO and comes back to Peel. Good Peel, good Peel. WMIMO has to back off. SSG are actually going to gain progress beyond 15. And now, for once, I think the ult rotation kind of favors them a bit, especially a late fight Lep beat. Never mind, Lep is fucking dead. Oh, it's all over. Yeah, overclock now from Lethal. They're going to keep going. Using this chance to try and get more picks. Sugar Free! Hey, nice pick, but immediately traded by Kuffa. Both teams lose their Sojourns. Kuffa. This Primal's a bit much. This is unnecessary. Still gonna kill Sugar Free, though. Kinda personal. Hawk, Rematch. Kuffa, able to get out of there. Oh, Hawk trying to chase, though. Doesn't want to give it for free. Kitsune, both teams at the checkpoint. Alright, overclock. Chronic slides in. You don't want to use more than this. Space Station want to hold their beat. If they use beat here, it's so done. Gotta hold beat. Lep, hold beat. Hold beat. Hold beat. Hold beat. Hold beat. Good. 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 Okay. Now, the thing is, Space Station are best off holding beat and winning a neutral fight. If they can hold beat, win neutral, then they can charge ults, and then they have beat for admirals later, and then ult rotation they can actually like win, right? I think they lose if they beat and win a fight, and then like after that they're just screwed, right? Like win neutral? Maybe. And if they lose this fight and use beat, I mean, it's just done. Alright, what's the plan here? Hawk's gonna go on a bit of a flank here. Play split from the rest of Space Station. Are they setting up for like a beat here? Hawk's gonna fly back. Kuffa's low. Okay, the monkey's been fucked. They can win a neutral here. Okay, Pulse is out. Hawk is gonna remech, but that's fine. That's check for Space Station. Okay, that's a good time to get butt scratch as well. That's fine. The remech's okay. Lep holds beat. Chat, it's winnable. I'm telling you, it's winnable. It's okay. It's still okay. Now here, what's the best decision? I think you Kitsu first. You play Kitsu. Play real slow. Kitsu cart. Fuck the monkey. Because you can still fuck monkey because Kuffa doesn't have primal yet. Okay, they're gonna aggro beat. Beat in return from Admiral. CJ's close Kitsu. Do you keep going and try and kill Kuffa? Okay, overclock's out from Lethal. Didn't expect this so early. CJ's gonna Kitsu in response. That's fine. You put the Kitsu down. You can't fuck the monkey with that, but still. You use it to stable. Not sure if that's worthwhile, though, because Ultraviolet now is gonna be a massive issue. Oh, Chronic. Oh, a lamppost is about to put an end to Chronic. Chronic's still alive, but Kuffa in with the Primal is just too much pressure. 20 seconds left. 86 meters for Space Station, but it's not enough. Kuffa, great late kill onto Lep. 10 seconds left. Space Station, they can take a 4v5. But they're up against Kitsu. It's done. Unless Chronic makes something magical happen, but even then, Chronic doesn't even have overclock yet. It's just... it's not fun at all. First touch, sugar-free. If they can trade touches on point, it's fine. Hawk needs to hold on to the mech, though. Here's the Kitsu. Hawk, gonna try and hold on to mech. Okay, Pulse from W Mimone misses. Saving grace for Geekay. Or, sorry, for Spacestation. Boop onto sugar-free. Admiral gets the kill. Chronic, super close to building the overclock. Gonna pop it, but taken down. Assassinated by Lethal. Geekay so close to closing out. They're gonna take down Lep. Nobody else is available to touch. Hawk tries to get there in time. Unable to. That is gonna be a Geekay win. They just took such an insane lead early on and were really able to stall out in middle for quite a long time. They just started on the better comp. That was it. They kind of won in the spawn room. I'm not gonna lie. They just won in the spawn room. They just picked the better comp. I really don't know what SSG were fully thinking. Running just the Zarya with no Reaper to start, and I don't know. That was SSG's map pick and ban as well. There you go. And with that, Geekay have locked in a Stockholm slot. They are going to Stockholm. There's only one more slot left now. Only one more slot left for Stockholm. It is between SSG and Nightmare. This is what I figured it would come down to. I figured it would come down to those two teams.